this is now the flight. Now that we know and we've tested the aerodynamics, whatever happens now, if they burn up on re-entry, whatever. If the parachutes break, whatever. This is now the run. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move us much, much closer. Oh, not that close. That's a little bit closer than I would have wanted it. We're skimming the atmosphere right now. So that means that once we reach here, we are not going to be caught. We're going to slide through this very quickly. Although, actually, what I want to do first is I want to remain above the atmosphere and check. Here, we can add the maneuver to try and circularize. That is 700. There we go, we have 856, we have this. So unlike the Apollo missions, which indeed did aerobraking directly, we can just circularize and go down like that. I mean, not go down like that, we're gonna keep these guys alive, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna make sure to get a node for that. So normally what you could do was get down maybe to 60, and then you use the heat shield to just bounce off the atmosphere and then slow down. Let the atmosphere, the drag, slow down your craft. And we're gonna do that, essentially, but just not from our 3 kilometers. Whoa, 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 whoa. Delete on close. What? What was that? Okay, that was weird. I'm just gonna quick save for that one. Quick load for that one, I mean. Because we were not slowed down by Kerbal alarm clock. Thank you for that follow. Even though I said, whatever happens, this is the run. I know. Don't throw it back in my face, okay? Whatever happens, excluding weird things such as Kerbal alarm clock not working. Thank you for those follows. Even though I'm messing up right now. Okay, we need to get our focus back. And we need to do this seriously, excluding any weird bugs like that. This is the run. They don't played Reassembly? I have never heard of it. What kind of game is it? Okay, focus and get back in the zone. Two, one, ignition. Get into the map. Focus on Kerbal if we can. Weird bugs like Kerbal death and crashes or wild physics appearing. I mean, Kerbal death and crashes, I don't mind. That's why I'm playing this, to you know, get that stress of if there's a Kerbal death, that happens. Kerbals die, they're dead. But yeah, if the game crashes, if there's a weird physics thing happening, that, basically, if it's out of my control, reasonably speaking, then I don't accept that. If it could have been within my control to fix it, then whatever happens, happens. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, add that alarm. And head back. Let Kerbal Engineer slow me down. A 2D top-down space battle game where you can customize your ships. Okay, let's hurry this up a little bit. We don't need science here now, right now. We're not going to be doing anything more adventurous. There we go, there we go. It is now slowing down normally. Let's just slow down manually. Track the antenna. Focus our craft to retrograde. And keep an eye on our apoapsis, which is now 11,000 kilometers, round and about. Around 32 seconds is when we need to start burning. Thank you, Kerbal alarm clock. They all look so happy. They don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. Look, they'll be fine. As long as there's no weird physics stuff happening, we're gonna be fine. Okay. Three, 2, 1, burn. Keep an eye on our apoapsis over here, going down. We want that circularized, so at 73 kilometers. That is 52 seconds of burn still left. Now the entire point of this is to slow down my craft. Get those meters per second way, way down, so we don't have all of that on our re-entry. Thank you for that follow. Can they see their house from here? I think... No, their house is on the other side of Kerbal, unfortunately. Although, technically, all of this is their house, if you think about it. They are citizens of the world. Okay. Slow down. 120, 110, 190, 80. Okay, we're already dipping below the atmosphere here, as you can see. 66 kilometers. Which means, as you can see, that red line, that is us dropping below the atmosphere. Here at our periapsis, we're dropping below, and we'll be below, and very slowly, very gently burn off speed. See, the trajectory prediction stopped. Too many iterations, because we're very, very slowly circling into Kerbal. There's summer houses on the other continents. Yeah, they're sophisticated Kerbals. Oh. There we go, there we go. Almost had human error there. So what we'll be doing is, at our apoapsis, in 3 minutes, we're gonna burn to get this to, I think, 50 kilometers. At which point, we're gonna dump this stage, and we're just gonna rely on our heat shield to slow us down, slowly but surely. Because we want to bleed off as much speed as we can in a shallow orbit to keep slowly deorbiting ourselves and get as slow a speed as we can on re-entry. Our 3 amazing Kerbals, 2 of which have stood on the surface of the Mun. These 3 heroes will soon be returning home. From our massively over-engineered rocket. We don't need to do this exactly at the apoapsis, but I just like being as close as I can. So, going to burn. Kerbal spaceship hurtling through space. Isn't it just a delicate blue gem? Okay, we are at 45. We should be okay dumping this entire stage right now and relying on aero capture to get us home. See, we're already on a descent. This is going to slow us down, and we are going to be landing there according to our trajectories mod. So, at this point, We can detach... Oh! What's happening? Why aren't we detaching? Decouple. And leave this thing on a ballistic trajectory. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that we are getting these Kerbals home safe and sound. Because apparently that the behavior of these chutes new to me. Yeah, sorry there, fish. Nightbot is real tough on those caps. Okay, we're gonna speed up until we hit the atmosphere. In the atmosphere, so soon this thing will automatically orient itself. Orientated prograde. Retrograde, I mean. Oh god, I hope it'll be retrograde, despite this weight. Although, you know what? We could just steer it. There we go. Now, very slowly, you see the periapsis is already lowering, the apoapsis is already lowering, so we're getting what we need right now. Now this... See, it says, because it's yellow, I believe that says that it's safe to deploy, which it obviously isn't. Deployment safety, dangerous. Okay, there we go. We're going to keep this open so that we know when we can deploy. Ah, it's real chute doing this to us. That's why it couldn't deal with those forces earlier. So we're going to wait until we know that these drogue chutes are safe to deploy. Oh, there we go. They're red now. That's accurate. So, the other thing you'll want to keep your eye on is the ablator. That is the heat shield. This thing is going to be heating up so much. We have 800 units of ablator, and this is going to be going down as we enter the stronger atmosphere. You just need to wait until you slow down to subsonic and then shoot out parachutes. That's what I'm thinking as well, Supreme Maffy. Because probably supersonic parachutes, it's a ridiculous idea. I just wonder why there was a moment up there where it was yellow, and now they're red. Because I think that's what went wrong. The chutes were like, oh, we're in yellow, safe to deploy. And that ruined us. If worse comes to worse, we have our ejection module. So remember that. Our Kerbals have parachutes. So if this thing crashes to the ground, if the parachutes in this thing break, we can always, as a last resort, get our Kerbals out. Whether they'll live, I don't know, but it's a chance. Now notice the ablator, 0.01. It's starting to get slight atmosphere effects. I know we can speed this up, but to be honest, after tonight, I want to watch this. I want to watch the entire return. I want to know that Bill, Jitvin, and Bob are safe back and sound. Thank you for that follow. Particularly given the near death we gotten for them, landing them on the Mun, not having enough fuel to make the rendezvous again. We know what to adjust at our design. You haven't used real shoot in a while, but you think you can tell to deploy it when it's safe in the VAB. Ah, that's something we should have done. Yeah, because I really enjoyed putting... By the way, do you notice this slightly getting redder? There we go, 0.03. It's starting to increase here. We're getting those atmospheric pressures. But yeah, that's what I use normally for 20 Ninja. It just let the ship be on the ballistic vessel, select the chutes to deploy when they can, and then there's no problem. That's why I assumed in our first descent as well. Hey, Atomic, that's a very Kerbal approach. Okay, so this is again why I wanted, thank you for that follow, a shallow approach. So we spent the most time in this higher upper atmosphere, draining away our speed slowly but surely, and then just gently increasing the forces that we're experiencing. But already we are captured, as you can see. Our apoapsis is in the atmosphere. Here's the thing, we're not that far away from the Space Center, which is, where is it? Is it here? This continent is where the Space Center is. I think the Space Center is actually here, maybe. Not too sure. No, actually, it's near the mountain range, so it's here. That little green dot, that's the Space Center. And our current projection says we are landing in the water just off the Space Center. Oh, hey, and here are our dumped mission debris. Oh, look at this thing heating up in the meantime. 0.09. I'm just gonna enjoy this reward after our long struggle. There we go. We're hitting the atmosphere, as you can see, the upper atmosphere. And that's where it's increasing. Particularly here, if we're still at a good speed here, that's when you'll really see that suddenly popping up. But we shouldn't get anywhere near depleting the ablator. I think we'll use about half, maybe, of the ablator. That's interesting. I think we either will actually land on the continent, or maybe even in the sea here, considering the rotation right now. Oh, there we go, there we go. We are getting some real thermal effects right now. 0.17, there we go, that's increasing. Because we are hitting exactly the upper atmosphere line. So imagine being a Kerbal right now, sitting in here. There we go. They are loving this. Look at that. I would be terrified at this point. I mean, on the one hand, there's nothing you can do. On the other hand, there's a very real possibility that you're gonna die. Okay, that ablator, 0.27. We are doing fine. We are actually going to be landing real close to the Space Center. This is amazing. That is tremendously good fortune. Oh, there we go. We could have set some pre-deployment pressures. There we go. Normally you should have a ship that's stable enough that if you turn off the SAS here, it will keep pointed towards your retrograde anyway. That's because of the weird shape that you have. We are doing fine so far. We are... We're still bleeding off quite a bit of speed. I think we should be okay. Oh, there we go. That's the Kerbal Space Center. Look at that. Amazing how close we got. This is mind-blowing. This is wonderful. I wish I could say that this was planned. If only I were good enough to actually aim at this in this manner, because that would have been thoroughly impressive. They got to go to the Mun, wreck the whole place, and actually make it back alive. Of course they're happy. So what happens on the Mun stays on the Mun, no kidding. Just hop off. Need to pick up some cat food. Exactly. Just. Ah, don't worry, I brought a parachute. Oh my god. We're actually landing so close. But we're still supersonic right now. Going at Mach 1, slowing down. Oh, there we go. Deployment safe. So. Drogue chutes deployed. Slowing us down gently. Toggle info. Deployment safety, safe. I'm gonna let these drogue chutes do their job for a little while. Considering we went millions of kilometers, we went to the moon and back. This is... If this were planned, it would be amazing precision. It says deployment safe. We could jettison the heat shield, but you know what? I am happy having a little bit of an extra barrier between us and the ground. Be honest, did you believe I would get those 2 Kerbals back to Kerbin? Did you think this was gonna happen? That all 3 would make it back? No, Atomic, that game sounds pretty cool, actually. Okay. You know what? I know it's gonna take a while, but I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy this. We're gonna watch this and finish it up. See, I knew I'd have your vote of confidence, Vampiric. Ah, this has got to be one of the best streams I've done in a while. I did not think we would be getting into so many adventures. For one, designing this thing, that was a whole challenge, and you gave me some real good help. And then when we finally got that thing, my god, landing on the Mun and realizing we didn't have the fuel to go back into proper orbit and do the rendezvous, the most stressful thing I've done in a while. I was sure that I was going to lose these 2 Kerbals. And then being able to pull our weird orbit, just destroying the lander as much as we can to get as much Delta V. Just barely getting that meat, and then having just Bill work on the capture, the rendezvous, being able to EVA them over. This was the most fun I've had in Kerbal in a long while, and I love Kerbal, and I always have great fun with it. But this was amazing. Oh man. I think maybe tomorrow we should just make a jet plane and relax and fly around Kerbin for a little bit. Take a trip to the Mun, and on the way back you land in the suburbs. You're very impressed? Look, if this was intentional, I would have been bragging a lot about this. This is the most beautiful bonus I could ever wish for. You were expecting him to land in the afterlife? Indeed, hell of a mission. Oh my god. In fact, when we're landing, I'm gonna put down a flag. I'm gonna put down a flag to commemorate this moment. And to think, Kerbal is actually a whole lot easier. If you just make a lander, you land on the Mun, you put that thing back, and you don't do the crazy rendezvous thing because I wanted to play Apollo 11. No, but we did it. We got our Kerbal landed, we got our flag planted, and we didn't even have to use our ejection modules that I still had on this thing. My god. It's full of stars. Watch him not have any flags. Wait, every Kerbal has a flag, right? We have infinite flags in our inventory. If you can't place down a flag, you know what? I'll accept. I'll accept it. It's fine. Okay, touchdown in a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen. These Kerbals have made it home safely. Our engineer gets out. Look at that happy face. Oh my god, look at that horrific view. Look at that happy face. The pride, the satisfaction, the flag planting. Return from first mission. It was like Apollo 11, Apollo 13, and Gravity all rolled into one. You know, it's kind of weird to be back in the atmosphere. Let's just get back in. Let's just go home. There we go. There. This feels comfortable. Nice. Nice. Recover this vessel. Import tree landing. Wow. Should not have allowed him to take all those flags instead of food. Alt 0252? I have no idea what that is. Oh, that is the moon. Ah, nice. Thanks. Let's recover the vessel. I am so happy. I am so happy right now. This has got to be my favorite mission. 493 science. We got 334.7. Glorious. Glorious science. Oh my god. Bill Kerman is level 1. They didn't even get to level 1? Are you... to level 2? Are you kidding me? They landed on the moon. Amazing. We got a world record. Planted one of her flags at home. That is not the world record I was thinking of. Return to Kerbal from the surface of the Mun. Why didn't I complete that mission? That's weird. I returned to Kerbal from the surface of the Mun. Oh, we need the vessel that landed on the Mun, the moon, to be the one that returns to Kerbal. That explains something. Would have been hilarious if the flag hit him in the face. Something changed the stream. Burn the Gamer is a rocket man, burning all his fumes there all alone. And we're gonna get... That's the closer moon, yeah. I don't know, we're just gonna have to do another moon mission. Maybe not as ridiculous as this one next time. We have loads of signs to explore. A bunch of signs that we can actually buy now. We could even get the high altitude flight stuff, but that's a bit of a waste compared to the specialized constructions that we can look into that has the better, bigger docking port. The struts you can make in space. What else for the cool stuff that we can find? The Werner engines are pretty cool. So much stuff. New signs that we need to make sure to get. Orbital telescopes. My god. This was just